Oh, okay. I've just realised that Meowth actually gets bite at level 12, so you potentially just flinch Brock to death. Yeah. I should probably turn the stream on first, shouldn't I?
I'm fairly sure I can hear us.
Have you got the link to the stream again?
Oh yes, you actually.
I hear the stream. I hear the game music.
I don't save links on shit at that, so.
Okay.
You can hear us.
Yeah,
I just hear you. I could hear us.
Yep. Okay. Hello, we're live. Hello, welcome back to the PokeCharms Pokemon White stream. Last time we played, we got through the first gym, and there you go. And so today we're gonna kind of muck around in the Dream Yard and hopefully get somewhere towards doing the second gym.
Hooray.
Whoa.
Yep. What I am going to do before we go too much further is I can't hear myself, so I'm going to turn the game down. There we are. Alright, is that better then? So let's know if the levels aren't exactly what we want to be.
Okay, I can hear everything so far.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. I am...
This is the stuff that dreams are made of.
I don't remember this game. What is this?
I don't know. I've forgotten.
I am 5. What is this?
Do you think we'll ever get bored of that joke?
No.
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 Absolutely not. The thing is the person who made that joke a reality really doesn't deserve this kind of attention, but here we are.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Eh, some things just kind of,
Okay, so let's figure out... All right, yeah. So I'm trying to remember how to play this game.
She can go gently caress herself.
Right. That's one way of getting around the swear jar.
Yeah, I'm going to be probably doing that quite a bit.
Okay. So I need to... I'm assuming Patrat's going to be a pretty good HM slave.
Patrat works as an HM slave, at least for a bit.
Yeah, at least for now. We'll need like a flyer or
It's not as
something.
good as Bidoof, which... You know,
Well-
when
well,
you're not as good as
To be
Bidoof...
honest, nothing is as good as Bidoof.
Oh, I was going to say, like, when you're not as good as Bidoof, you're kind of in dire straits, and what the hell have you done with your trainer card that you've not updated since the beginning of the game?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's,
Yeah, hang on just a sec. Yeah, I'd say so. Yes, what's Susan doing? Ooh. Yeah, I have to remake the card, so I keep forgetting to save it. That's okay, I'll just quickly do this and then I'll bring it back. Okay, hi guys. Just 1 second. What's the cat called again?
I've forgotten myself.
the cat.
Yeah,
Purloin.
Cat.
Purloin, that's it.
Didn't we just call it cat?
Yes.
You did.
Yep.
No. It's
I
called
mean,
cat.
is there a better name for it?
Not really, no. I mean, you spelt it wrong, but whatever.
Well, yeah, yes, but you know, we can fix that at some
Who's the
point.
cat?
Yeah, it's spelled K-A-T-T.
Oh, there we go. Right.
I know there's two T's.
Okay, so we're doing the dream yard, aren't we? I'm really,
Yep.
really just wondering how showing dreams work. Oh, right, yeah. Ah, yes. Have I got Pokeballs? That's probably something to check before I go in here. 4. Let's save first, just in case.
You know, they probably really shouldn't be bringing teenage boys into a place like this. You know what those kinds of dreams are going to be like.
Sweet dreams are made of bees.
And here I am circumventing the PG stream yet again. You can use your own imagination.
Yep.
This is the stuff that dreams are made of. Stoner's mode.
Oh, I forgot that they literally stand around kicking the mana.
Yup.
Like, this just kind of pulls all the stops out in terms of the... Every other Pokemon game is like, oh no, don't show anything wrong with, you know, kicking Pokemon or violence towards Pokemon or anything. You know, no, think of the children. Whoops, there you go.
My question is more, if they wanted the Dream Mist, why is their first instinct to kick it to try and get the Dream Mist?
Just pick it
Well,
up
they
and
could've just-
shake it.
I know, right?
Yeah, don't hurt me.
I surely Nexus would have said, this is how you do this.
Freedom to punch them.
I'll have to say on a slightly more,
and have.
on a slightly more well, not necessarily serious note, but on a slightly less funny note, Team Plasma's got my favourite evil team battle theme at the whole series.
Oh yeah, same.
I honestly can't remember it. I should probably turn the sound.
Goes and goes. And then I have spotted a random wild Doge. By Doge I mean Houndoom.
Oh, cool.
This is like the second one I found already.
Although it is quite amusing seeing like Team Plasma's like alignment is supposed to be somewhat ambiguous until you get to the end, even though it's kind of poorly disguised to say the least.
Actually, that's one of the cool things about Team Plasma is the fact that you can very quickly see that the roots of the schism that you see in the sequels. Like, you've got the people who are genuinely there because they care about Pokemon, and you've got the people who are there because they want to take over the world.
Yeah, it's just funny that like in this game, at least in the first ones, it was kind of like a bit more grey. Because it didn't really show the schism between the two groups, and yet when you battle them, you've got we have a super evil theme.
Yeah. Yep.
Always cracks me up, the whole... That's one thing that always kind of got me about them, because it's like, we are fighting for the freedom of Pokemon. So why do you have Pokemon? Just shut up, that's why!
And to liberate
hey,
other
Lord
Pokemon.
Fishy.
Reasons.
Speaking of, hi Dennis. Oh, hi second Dennis.
Oh my god, there's 2 of them!
But how did he do that?
They're everywhere.
Because he's evil. Oh look, it's Mashana.
It always kind of looked weird to me because the way they pose the sprites, it just kind of looks like the Musharna is kind of smoking the other one's posterior.
Yeah,
Mashana's
just a little
just
bit.
a weird thing in general.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing about Musharna is the fact that, well, have you ever seen its concept art? There's this one picture in which it actually is awake for a change, and it's just standing on its 2 legs, and its eyes are like open, and it looks like it hasn't slept for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite terrifying, that picture. Well, people say Hypno's creepy. Nah.
Hypno's more creepy by behavior rather than by general appearance.
Yeah. I think Mushana's got the appearance down, Hypno's got the... actually does, like, genuinely sinister things.
And they should really fusion dance just for the sake of having one particular maximum effed up dream tapir.
So I could imagine him like doing a fusion of that and it just like being like a final boss in Hotline Miami or something. While your character's like, because they actually did something like that where like the in the final level of the second game, I think they had like a level where your character is completely high off his head, and he's basically hallucinating these ridiculous monsters. Yeah, you could do that with the fusion of Hypno and Mushana.
The future is in the past. Onward, Aoshima!
But basically, the main character is on. Ooh, shaking. Oh well.
Well,
Yeah, shaking,
not
shaking
really
grass.
missing
You get
much.
that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that everything you can run into. Oh. Well, you.
Yeah.
hate
I remember
random
Dark and Shaking Grass only appears after the first gym. That's why we haven't seen it yet.
To be perfectly fair, usually the only thing in it at a particular point in the game is just, experience in a can.
Yeah. Was that the first time it used Bide or second?
I don't know.
I'm switching anyway.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Off you go, sacrificial dog.
Why don't you send out? Why don't you send out? Well, I was gonna say send out Bucky. He probably deserves it more.
I'm pretty sure that some people on chat would approve.
I'm gonna get angry. Angry complaints now.
On a Nuzlocke run, that wouldn't be allowed.
That's true.
Well, it would be allowed. You just wouldn't be able to use the dog anymore.
Nuzlocks.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably why I'd do it, because I wouldn't want my starter to keel over.
True.
Every time I think about Nuzlocks, I just remember this particular person who claimed they were really, really hard.
They aren't. Like, the only way they're hard is if you're bad at the game.
Yeah, it's just irritating fake difficulty people just do because they're...
I mean, I quite like the general idea of them. I just think it's probably a little too artificial.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is I think there's better ways to make a challenge than that.
Yeah,
If you want to
exactly.
make it really hard, like the no ditto, like the ditto only run.
Yeah, that thing was pretty insane. I mean, that must have taken so long.
Oh yeah.
First you must do Dunsparce.
The one idea I don't even.
Dunsparce
There's an
too.
idea I actually had like a few years back when I think about it, the very first time I played Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I don't actually know if this is possible to do. In fact, I'm pretty certain it isn't. But when I first played Pokemon, I didn't realise that you could heal your Pokemon at a Pokemon Center.
Okay.
So the idea was, you have to beat the entire game without ever healing at a Pokemon Center or using the PC.
Oh. Now that would be an interesting one.
I don't know if it's possible, considering PP becomes a massive problem there.
Yeah. The
And
game is kind of really, really, really forgiving concerning things like Ether.
yeah, and obviously they're never intended for you to play the game without using the Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
But obviously back then I didn't realise that you could use them for that purpose, so assuming I never found out that you could, would I have been able to beat the game? Is kind
You
of what...
basically would have to just cycle through Pokemon.
Effectively, yeah.
You know, you'd have to use up a Pokemon's PP and then basically release it and get the next one.
Yeah,
Just-
or until you get like an elixir or something like that.
Yeah.
Or through the
you
game,
could,
potentially.
you could spam leper berries. Was it leper? I think it was leper. The ones that actually
yeah.
work as an...
I mean, it'd take ages to get a suitable supply of them.
Yeah,
It's-
I know in Gen 1 at least, you can kind of exploit the way that Rage works, since it only uses 1 PP for every time that you actually use it, and then it just keeps using itself over and over and over again for the rest of the battle. So,
Yeah.
theoretically, as long as you can keep yourself alive during that, you could win a battle with just Rage, and you've only used 1 PP in the process, but, you know, that's Gen 1. Like in any other generation, if you tried that, it would just be normal. But
Yeah.
catch the Mooner.
Yes, yeah, I hope to. Let's see. I just don't want to kill it.
I'd be surprised if Vine Whip actually did kill it, to be honest, but I still probably would be... No, actually, that did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. See if I can get it at half health.
Oh, I forgot they closed their eyes when they fell asleep in there.
Yeah.
They do.
It's one of those really, really cute little things they added in Generation 5, which I actually really love because they added so much immersion to these sprites.
The other thing they did was, well, in general, they sped up battles an awful lot. In Gen 4, they were kind of painful. Nickname time, by the way. In the middle of that thought. So, what are we going to call this?
Stoner. But it ends with an A because Muna ends with an A.
Stoner. That just kind of sounds Australian, mate. G'day, mates. Stoner.
Yeah, alright, go on then.
Stoner flaming crows.
Don't think
You
that
put
fits.
two N's in there as well, actually, I'm thinking.
Ah, okay.
Stonner. It would be
Stella
like the
Stoner.
scone argument all over again.
Good. Let's let the chat discuss this.
It's basically basically a portmanteau of stun and Donna.
Is not Donna.
Donna Noble has been saved.
Cow.
Anyway, that's what I wanted, so...
Right then.
I would actually recommend training that. But
Yeah, I'm going to.
the choice is yours, obviously.
Yeah, no, I plan to. Great nature, as you can see.
That again, really? Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing is Snorlax all over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I...
No, it's more useful. It's going to be more useful than the monkey.
Yes,
Everything is more useful than the monkey.
I
Yeah.
think if I had more time, I would probably kind of grind for one with a decent nature, but...
You don't need to in this, really.
No, I don't need
Yeah,
to.
this is the end game after all.
Well, it'd be really boring to do on stream.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the only time you really need to be worrying about natures and that kind of stuff if you're doing like an in-game run is for like speed runs, because those little changes in stats do actually make a difference.
They do, yeah. They are doing, by the way, in SGDQ, which I love, so I'm going to plug it.
Yeah,
They're doing.
likewise.
They're doing a. What is it? It's Pokemon Red and Pokemon Yellow. One controller, 2 games.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm looking forward to that so much.
that should be really funny. It's a shame it's on at silly in the morning for us, but I'll definitely be catching up on that.
Yeah, absolutely. To be fair, like the layouts are going to be similar. Although I'd imagine one of the screens at any one point is probably going to spend an awful lot of time walking into a wall.
None of this is particularly useful anymore.
No, it really isn't. And thank Gently Caress for that.
I don't think even if I did turn it on, I don't think it would work. So I'm not going to.
No, I don't think it would. Especially not on an emulator, at least anyway.
Which we're not using, but yes.
Obviously.
No, of course not. I don't know why I would think that. No, to be fair, like if you already own the game, does it really matter?
Wow.
Technically, yes, but
Yeah.
it's all a bit of a mess. Essentially, as far as I realized, I mean,
Oh yeah, this was the last generation where you actually had a PAL pad, wasn't it? Because it
Yes.
was just sort of built
Ah.
in.
for the real reason they haven't really integrated it with the whatever they call the phenomenally stupid online module.
Oh, the Festival Plaza. Or as I call it, the giant.
Festival
Yeah,
Plaza is
the
awful.
Festival Plaza.
Yeah. Or as I call it, the
Oh,
giant step back.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
Festival
like
Plaza
that
can
is
go
one thing
elsewhere.
that really frustrated me about Sun and Moon. It's like you made this fantastic in-game experience that absolutely ruined Generation 6's in-game experience, and then your online stuff is complete trash.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
look like Let's Go from the E3 footage is a lot better in that regard, because the trade and battle
Can't be
stuff's
much
just
worse.
well, it's actually available, you know, in the overworld again. which is brilliant. And it's not, because it's not the 3DS, you don't have to, basically you don't have to muck around.
Yeah, I mean, like, part of the reason why I stopped playing Sun and Moon is just because the online stuff was so terrible. I was just like, I can't be bothered with this.
Yeah, I mean, with X and Y, they tried to do the kind of conventional online thing that everything uses, which is fine.
Kind of works.
Yeah, it works fine. But every time you shut the 3DS, it disconnected you.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I can kind of see why, because it kind of puts the 3DS in sort of like a standby mode.
It does, yeah. It can't keep its Wi-Fi on in standby, so...
Although, to be fair, that's kind of... I can kind of see why you do that, because obviously, you know, for one thing, if you had the Wi-Fi still turned on in standby, it would still be draining the battery.
That is true, yeah.
And the whole idea of standby is to not drain the battery as much.
Yeah, although it's one of those things where it doesn't reconnect once you open it up again.
Yeah, it just kind of says, yeah, you lost your connection. Go away. I was going to say something else then.
Yeah.
You know one thing that always gets me?
What's that?
Generation 5, at least before they made the sequels and started throwing in all these old Pokemon in, was all about, like, this is a region with none of the old Pokemon in it at all. And it's like, so what do those weird topiary things that look like a Pokemon that has never existed mean? What's a Pikachu?
Yeah.
What's a Suicune hat? Yeah. Oh yes, in this particular instance of this particular area is one of my favorite things about Unova. It's like, you see, the first thing you see is a daycare. Oh look, it's a place where you put Pokemon so they'll do things that they'll regret in the future. And then right next to it, you see a kindergarten, which is where you put the product.
See, you should now put a Stoner in the daycare.
I could do. I'm actually going to swap it out because it just nearly died.
I would kind of like just leave it in to yawn things and then switch it out.
Yeah, true.
Because at least then it's kind of, you know, serving a purpose. It's kind of like letting Smugleaf just beat things up whilst they're asleep.
Yeah, that's true.
The first time I ever...
But to be fair, he's weak to bite, so...
Yeah, that does tend to be the problem here. I didn't realise that it was for a second.
But it survived it, which is quite impressive, all things considered.
Yeah, it was fine.
I remember the first time I actually trained one of these, and it was really incredibly underwhelming. And I guess my particular one just ended up being terrible.
I'd watch out for Psywave on that, just for the fact that it does do random damage, so it might just kill you out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna just switch it straight back out again.
Yeah.
I'll give it the experience share once I have one, but I don't yet, so...
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Have to do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, it missed. Cool.
No, that works too. I was actually on the I was just thinking, going back to the whole online functions, especially regards to Sun and Moon having rather bad online functions.
Yeah.
So did these, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
They were a step back from Gen 4 in many ways. I mean, we had the random battle thing, which was pretty cool. It was kind of the first time they did it where you could just like connect to any random Joe on the internet and battle him.
Yeah.
Or her. Which obviously which none of the other games you could do. You had to actually arrange the battle with the person. But that kind of just brought in its own set of problems, and it's like, was it necessarily better? Not really. Like the fact that you couldn't have a 6v6 battle in this and have the levels all brought to the same, like you could in Gen 4. They would stay at the levels that they were at, which would cause problems sometimes. So
yeah.
Because in Gen 4 you could say, yeah, bring everyone up to level 100, you're fine. In this game,
by the way, I think that you can actually use that particular daycare to heal your Pokemon.
Oh, that's
There's
useful.
a random rest NPC in there.
Oh, okay, fine, cool.
And then
there was the,
really good about placing random little houses and trainers that healed your Pokemon on practically every route possible.
Yeah, this was the first
Gen 4 was really good for that.
It was the first generation to do it, but Gen 6 gets the blame.
No, I blame Gen 6 for a lot.
That's because we forget about Gen 5.
Well, yes. Oh. Oh,
I mean, to be
whoops.
fair, like people say that Gen 4 did the physical special split. It's like, nah, man, XD did that first.
That's true.
Mind you, it was only for one specific, not
It was.
really A type.
Yeah, It was for only one type, but I was still like, you know what? Technically, they did do it first still.
And it's technically correct, and therefore the best kind of correct.
Yep,
Actually.
it's technically correct, therefore it is correct.
Yes.
And, Gen 4 doesn't deserve it, because Gen 4's bad.
Yep.
I have some very ambiguous relationship with the with XD and Colosseum. I mean, they had a really nifty. Sorry if I just kind of noticed something. Data, you might want to take a look at your trainer cards.
Oh, yes.
T-oit.
I was wondering when somebody was going to notice that. I deliberately didn't bring it up. I'm surprised that nobody in the chat mentioned it. What are you watching?
All the vowels.
I can't spell my own name.
No, you can't.
I have been working all day. I have an excuse. Apparently there isn't. There
That's not an
isn't.
excuse.
Apparently
Not
there
an excuse
isn't.
at all.
There is. Is it in the
Not the daycare, the kindergarten.
Ah, yes, the human daycare, not the Pokemon
The
daycare.
human daycare, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
in the human daycare you can heal your Pokemon. In the Pokemon daycare you can't. Makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right. Let's go kick some more children.
Yay.
You're just being a massive bully right now. Is the point?
With the teacher's permission, it has to be said.
To be
Yeah, it's
perfectly
true.
honest, this is Generation 5. Beating up little children is kind of what it does.
This is true.
To be
The
fair,
legend
these
they keep
children,
putting
to be fair, these
actually
children have got some pretty
endorses
decent Pokemon on them. So, all things considered, they're kind of holding their own.
Yeah?
It always cracks me up that basically Alder's whole point is
Also,
getting
Daisy, you took your
people
badge
to
off.
fight babies.
When you change
Oh,
your
yeah.
name.
Entire team
I
is
mi-
babies.
I missed that as well. That was silly.
Yes, you did.
There you
Lord
go.
Luna fights the evil monkey.
Yes. At some point, I'll actually.
Dragon Ball Z, 1980 something. And this is to go further beyond.
That works. Oh, maybe not.
Once you get a better attacking move, then
How do they avoid the attack? When they're
I think with
asleep?
Munna, I think it's a case of it doesn't, to be honest. I think it gets psychic eventually, but quite late.
yeah. I mean, well, even something like Hidden Power would probably be better than this.
Well, true.
Somehow I heard that as hidden PowerPoint.
You could use that as well if you want.
Yeah, I
you
mean-
could drop out a
It's all
PowerPoint
about
presentation,
presentation,
get
after
someone
all.
to make up themselves.
Hidden PowerPoint actually puts things to sleep. There's a mental image and a half.
There you go, Stoner's level 10.
Just, I'm actually checking on Unga's learn set at the moment.
Yeah, that'd be useful.
Apparently the next time it gets an attacking move of any sort is on level 23, where it gets an headbutt for reasons unknown to man or beast.
This is one of those clericy supporty Pokemon, isn't it? Where it's completely useless in game and in online. But the whole point is so that it's a supporty type Pokemon.
To be fair, I generally found it useful in both in game. I didn't really use it in competitive because Reuniclus kind of happened, but
Yeah. I think it would be quite useful in game with if it got Wish.
yeah,
doesn't.
potentially. Although still, to be fair, like I still managed to get through the game. I still found Mashana quite useful in game anyway, so I was like, whatever. Like
Yeah.
Psychic was pretty strong. It put people to sleep, and it was like, and it just didn't die. So I was like, okay, cool.
To be fair, status is kind of devastating in game, so it kind of works.
Yeah, like just being able to put things to sleep, like left, right, and center, it's just like whatever. Like, I mean, it does get hypnosis, but because hypnosis never hits anything, I just kept yawn on it.
Hypno Miss.
Hypnosis.
Hypnomis, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it basically goes, in this generation, it kind of goes to, Psybeam, Imprison, Moonlight, Hypnosis, and Headbutt. Synchronize, which is completely useless on a Psychic type. Nightmare, Future Sight, Calm Mind, and finally get Psychic at level 37. You're going to actually keep Muna at
37's
level
not
30.
too bad.
I think you get the TM before you reach that point anyway.
Possibly, yeah.
And yeah,
Yep.
there's a G-meter, telekinesis, and stored power. Except that, yeah, again, actually, Calm Mind, stored power could be really interesting on this thing. Except, yeah, basically Muna is completely and utterly useless on the stats front. And while Musharna is a bit better, it is a stone evolution, which means that its entire ability to learn...
That was
new-
weirdly philosophical.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, Musharna actually does get a rather significant improvement to its stats. It's at least usable rather than being completely utterly pointless.
Ah, there's the double battle.
Mishana was actually pretty well. In VGC 11, it got its moment in the sun as another Trick Room user alongside Nicholas.
Yeah, it's...
So you can put
it's okay.
things to sleep as opposed to just killing them dead.
Yeah. The problem is, again, it's a stone evolution, which means that its entire ability to learn move gets tie, you know where.
Ah, yeah.
So you kind of have to be stuck with it forever as a new
Gets traffic coned.
Kind of, yeah.
traffic cone. Perfect definition, really.
Oh, I made it work, so I'm sure you can too. Alternatively, you could just catch a Sigilith later on.
They kind of stopped doing double battles, trainer double battles in Sun and Moon, kind of, didn't they?
I think
There
you still
weren't a lot
have
of
them.
them, yeah.
There's still a few.
They're rare, but they're there.
Yeah, there weren't that many. There were quite a few in this game because obviously they were
No,
pushing.
you had the wild Pokemon doing it to you instead.
There is actually
Yeah.
a really cool thing about this particular instance of the game in which there are some types of tall grass where you actually run into enemies as a double battle, like random
Yes.
double wild battles.
Yeah, the dark grass. Oops,
Dark tall grass, yes.
that was silly.
You
Oh
actually-
well.
Yeah, I think you actually get to see some of it pretty soon. Yeah, I think oh yeah, I remember what happened in this
You
particular
can put them to
game.
sleep still, I guess. And let Monkey do the damage.
Monkey
Is this the first
see,
double
monkey-
battle in the game?
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think it is.
This is a good weekend for double battles then, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they've potentially got both of them stats, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There
No,
is
no.
potential here, yeah.
And it's morphin' time.
Ooh, full paralysis. Nice. And the other one fell asleep in the same turn.
The one thing that always gets me about this particular line is the fact that its eyelids appear to be merged into its head.
Yeah, just a little bit. The sleep one does look really weird. There's no delineation between the eyes and the forehead markings.
It doesn't look like its eyes are closed, it just looks like it's got no pupils. Its eyes
Yeah.
are just like red, staring evil.
Kind of like that whole debate with Zubat's ears.
Yes. Oh, cool, Psybeam.
I
They
don't
look
really
like
approve of
they're,
killing cats.
We're not killing them, we're just knocking them out.
Mm.
Yeah, Psybeam, there's a good move.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'll just straight up forget Psywave for it, I think.
Yeah.
Or you could just forget something like Lucky Chan that's actually completely worthless anyway.
Yeah,
PP reasons.
Ooh, they.
that's true, yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I did that before you said it. As keeps happening.
You'll probably get something else anyway. You probably get Hidden Power at some point pretty early, you usually do.
Yeah, sometimes.
I think it gets Charge Beam as well.
It gets Charge Beam as a TM, yes. Hidden Power, I forget who gets Hidden Power in this generation, hold on.
Oh, it's Sharon.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, I am now fighting Sharon.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Oh, it's Sasuke.
Sharon! Okay, you get hidden
I just
power
imagine
in this
like
game
full Ozzy Osbourne there.
from the professor. Actually. It's one of the tier. Oh yeah, I forgot. This game actually gives you a reason to come back to the lab. Let's see what's on the slab.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an excellent turn to use defense curl. Just when I'm about to put you to sleep.
Well, we all know that Sharon is an extremely skilled trainer. I mean, you know,
Well,
you don't
yes.
expect the very best from him. The
Wait,
peaks.
what does Lucky Charm do? I've forgotten.
Lucky Charm prevents critical hits for a
Critical
duration,
hits, Yeah.
Oh. Right,
which
okay.
is why I told you to get rid of it.
Well, yes. I also was holding... I forgot to hold L while pushing it, so I meant to see what it does. But never mind.
I mean, I guess if you're really paranoid, it helps, but
Kind of amuses me to watch this particular battle because Muna always reminded me of pig noises from The World Ends With You. It's like, oh, hey,
I did a lot.
pig versus pig. Kind of. Pig's ears always crack me up. They look like.
You chose a good
ears.
move as usual, right after Lucky Chan happened.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, he's Sharon. He would think that's a good move because he's terrible at this.
This is a bad idea. Never mind. Oh no, it's fine. He used a useless move.
Well, just put him all to sleep. It's just like, yeah, whatever. There's no sleep clause here. We don't have to obey the rules.
Nope. I can be as cheap as possible because I'm fighting an AI.
Well, it's, I mean, he's Sharon. I mean, who even cares?
Oh yeah.
So what's he gonna do anyway?
An AI. How very Metal Gear Solid.
I mean, it's like Bianca's actually like decent at this. But she just doesn't think that she is, and then Sharon like thinks that he's great, and he just isn't.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Right.
It's not often that I say like positive things about characters in this game.
Does this guy even have any more? Oh no, he doesn't. Okay. I was gonna say, I was gonna spend a couple of turns using growth just to rep through the rest of his team, but the rest of his team is this one, so.
Yeah, it's just the cat because Sharon's such a great trainer. He's got 2 Pokemon.
With my knowledge, I can
pretty
bring up
sure-
this. Sorry.
My particular headcanon is that he got this cat from N.
What? And just took pity on him and gave it to him.
No, I mean, the thing with N is that he always kind of... Every time you see him, he has a completely different team that's based on Pokemon from the area all around it. I don't think he actually keeps any of the Pokemon he catches.
He doesn't. I think he did
just
confirm that.
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't.
just kind of lets it go, so maybe he just let it go and then Sharon got it. I mean, let's face it, I think the first thing that Sharon thought when he saw
What
N
should I
was,
get rid of for this,
Get
by
rid
the
of
way?
Rap. Get rid of
Dude.
Rap.
Yeah.
Rap's more-
Rap's terrible. Get rid of it.
Yeah, I thought so.
Like growth and tackle have at least got some sort of use.
That's
Growth
true.
is actually very, very good when used right. Since, especially under Sunny Day, it kind of gets a double boost for everything.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's kind of murder if you use it correctly.
I do find it funny that the Snivy line gets all of these stat boosting moves and then also gets contrary.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
perfectly honest, Contrary is like the hidden ability. They weren't expecting to see all these Contrary snakes everywhere.
Well, as soon as they released it, that was all we were getting. It's just like, well, forget the other one.
Yeah. I mean, to be perfectly honest, with Coil, non-contrary Snivy can get pretty murderous, especially with Leaf Blade. But, yeah, it's still kind of not the perpetual death machine that is.
No, you're not being contrary with like, it's just too good.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
just too good.
I
Oh
do like
no, you've got to get that girl's Pokemon, but oh no, this super motion is more important.
I love the fact that they actually did the ability to do that again with
Oh, it does stop you from going down here.
what was the pink flower thing called again? Lurantis. Yes, that's right.
Lurantis is amazing.
It is. It really, really is. But yeah, basically what I was saying is that the focus. I really like the fact that you can actually do the contrary superior thing, but with Lurantis too, because it's not a starter, so it's a bit more accessible, kind of.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, you can.
And it also gets superpower
functions very differently, but it's still really fun.
It also gets superpower, which is like...
Well, superpower works with contrary as well.
yeah, exactly.
Hilarity also increases your defense, which is kind of funny. So you can use superpower, you can use, what was it? I mean, this team never actually came to fruition. I kind of stopped playing before I ever had a chance to make it, but I was thinking of making a team that combined Durantis with Mega Charizard Y, so then you could use Weather Ball.
Oh, neat.
Which comes fire. And
I
also...
forgot that Lurantis gets Weather Ball.
Yeah, it does, and that really helps with the wall breaking, because you get another... It's like... Skarmory just dies to you, basically.
Yeah.
Whereas otherwise it'd be a bit of a problem. But Lurantis also gets Defog,
Huh.
which helps Charizard out
does.
by getting rid of Stealth Rocks.
That seems pretty useless.
Yeah, don't use it in
prison. Prison is pointless. Completely and utterly pointless.
Yes. Still,
It's in competitive, it's alright, but in this it's not.
yeah, still. That's why I like to try and fight Ordino as much as I can. that exact reason.
I think it's supposed to be Odino, like...
Ordino? It's audio, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like... The thing with the thing is, its Japanese name is... It's another pun to the effect of Boba Fett.
Yes.
So it's like Ordino. I think that's what they were going for. Ordino. Although yeah, there is an audio learn because it's a hearing Pokemon.
Yeah. It's also completely useless.
Well, it can be used as a can of experience points.
I was gonna say, it's an extremely valuable punching bag.
Yeah, you kill it, that's its use. Like, it's like the most unflattering usability
I
ever.
actually like messing around with them in RPs. I have a character who has a shiny one, and it's a healing type Pokemon, right? So basically this one actually messes around with Toxic a lot. It's named Gregory for obvious reasons. Basically its house. It will heal you, but it will probably kill you before it does.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Oops. Okay, we won't do that then.
Well, yeah, you could just laser him.
Yeah.
He's not very strong. And Muna's already leveling up quite handily, actually.
Yeah, the level curve for Gen 5 is pretty nice.
Gen 5 actually had this really cool thing that they've implemented into it, which kind of gets annoying later on because... I mean, because it exists, they did something really stupid with the level curves of some of the later encounters of this gen. But the experience points you get scale according to your level and the level of the thing you're fighting.
Yes.
So if you're fighting something with an exceedingly lower level than your opponent, you get a whole lot more experience for it.
Yeah, you do. I think they scrapped that. They did it, and I think they immediately scrapped it again after basically Gen 6.
Okay, good.
I think they still incorporated a variant of it, but it wasn't the same as this.
Yeah.
I know they changed it a bit, but they changed something about it.
Yeah, they reverted it to the old one, but they made some sort of change that was kind of like it.
To be perfectly honest, I'm pretty sure that the reason they've kind of cut it off is because...
I encountered a Blitzel.
Oh. Horse!
Catch it.
Yeah, I'm going to. I am doing this thing I do in every game where I'm kind of catching everything I see. I was kind
Yeah, I
of
do that.
trying not to do that.
You see, the thing is though, is like Blitzel's kind of worth catching, but...
I mean, how I like Zebstrika, but I don't know how useful it is.
It's okay, but it's
okay.
not great, basically.
It was in my
It's
team.
very
when I was
fragile.
playing
That's
for
the problem.
Very
Yeah.
fragile, very fast, terrible move pool, but it does a decent amount of damage.
Mm.
What I do like about it, and I found this out the hard way the first time I played the game, is the fact that it kind of gets Nitro Charge. Was it Nitro Charge or am I confused?
Flame charge is what it's called now, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I kind of confuse things with their Japanese names. Not sure why. But yeah, Flame Charge. Thank you. It does get that, which is kind of nice. The problem I had, of course, was the fact that I was my first run, I think, through this generation. I
Right.
was on a grass
What-
type.
What are we calling this, by the way?
Melissa.
Horse,
Horse.
except with no E.
Okay, yeah, fine.
All horses in horse voice.
Horse. One thing that always gets me about this particular line is its nose. What is wrong with that nose? Why does the zebra have a koala nose?
Why is it all in caps? Is there a reason for that?
It
Because
belongs. It works. To be
Yeah.
perfectly honest.
Yeah, it does. I was just curious.
well, if you can miss off the E, then it just sounds like you're shouting it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Horse.
I'm gonna nips back to the daycare and stick it on the team. I think.
Yeah. I mean, we could dispose of the dog and the cat.
Cat.
Yes, disposing
Well,
of cats sounds fun.
No.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, as much as I actually really like the design of Lipard, it's only used as a lawnmower. Really pretty lawnmower, but a lawnmower nonetheless. I mean,
You can get prankster, I think, as well. Which, but
Yeah, but
that's-
in-game,
I think that's hidden
like-
ability. So there.
yeah, but in game, especially in this generation, it only
Yeah, and
starts
it's
getting
in-game
dark
rubbish. Don't use it.
really stupidly late. And
Like-
yeah, it's just not a very good Pokemon in this particular gen, which is a shame because I remember seeing it for the first time and being like, I
Oops.
really like this.
In game, as far as I'm concerned, Meowth is still best cat.
Yeah, fair. Let's see what we got rid of. So I'm just updating the training card.
I mean, considering the competition it has, Purugly, Delcatty,
Skitty. I realise Delcatty isn't the evolution for it, but Skitty, cute.
yeah, but it's not Meowth.
I think we were supposed to be doing something, weren't we? It's like cat rescuing.
Listen!
Oh, don't worry, they haven't gone anywhere because the entire world.
I do remember actually
that.
seeing a battle where somebody actually managed to use Delcatty effectively, and it was quite. It wasn't just Delcatty; it was normalized Delcatty they managed to use effectively.
That's quite cool.
And that's not because normalize is a good ability by any stretch. The idea was to put normalize on all of the opponent's Pokemon and then send out a bunch of ghosts.
Oh god,
Ah.
that is brilliant.
Yeah, that's
In
quite
a
cool.
very evil sort of way.
Yeah. So that's how you use normalize. Put it on your opponent's team and send out ghosts.
Actually, I'm not even sure what level this Blitzel is. I should probably.
It was, I think it was level 10, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. Oh, it's 8. That's alright, I suppose. It could be.
Depends if you want to train it, though. I mean,
I think I do for now. We'll see what it does. It's kind of useless, really, in a lot of ways, but we'll see. It's definitely going to be useless in this cave, so I'll probably just.
oh god, that's pretty
I do.
bad moves, dude.
Yeah.
Huh, I forget if I don't
Oops.
think they're physical attackers.
It's
aren't
bootleg. It's bootleg Zubat.
I've actually used one as my random fly victim in my latest run, finding the taxi. That's pretty much the only use it's ever saw because I had the vastly superior flying psychic type.
For the record, if you catch this, you have to call it Ric Flair. That's mandatory.
That's fine. I plan to catch it, so. Have they in Gen 5? Have they added the thing where you get experience if you catch a Pokemon yet? They haven't, have they?
So, I think that's Generation 6 and on.
Yeah, I think
Ah.
Gen 6 did that. Yeah.
This was
It's a
slightly.
shame.
This was ever so slightly useless. Then, but never mind.
Oh
No,
wow.
that's fine. I mean, it's
Oh yeah, that's completely useless.
To be fair, he's stronger than the horse.
Yeah. I knew it wouldn't do much, but I thought maybe I could just like wail on it for a few turns.
That is dreadful. Yeah, don't train that.
There's one thing I do appreciate that they did in Generation 6 and 7 and whatever, is that they made the games less grindy. Yeah,
Yes.
It's both the experience share being a thing and the fact that, yeah, I think either Pokemon will give you more experience or there's more trainers you can deal with rather than having to spend hours mucking around in tall grass and punching bats.
See, as a competitive player, I kind of worked out why EXP share was in the game very, very early on. It was so that people like me could just power straight through the game and get
That's
straight.
basically, yeah, that's basically the idea. I mean,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I kind of get why they did what they did in Generation 6. I mean, basically they went, look, the metagame people who basically just want to get back the eugenics simulator don't really give a damn, or equivalent, about the storyline, and the kids, they're kids. You can just sort of dangle a shiny thing in their face and they'll not notice. So we can kind of forget to have a...
Is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
Excellent. Oops.
And
Style and profiling.
But yeah, basically they were like, you know, we don't need to play the story because no one cares about the story. And then people were like, actually, we kind of do. That's what made
Some people
Generation
still
5
do,
so
like-
good.
Like, the way I generally tend to do it is I just play through the game normally the first time, and then every other time after that, if I need to do it, I just use the XP share to power through. That's what I did with Generation, like pretty much through all of Generation 6. I actually ended up getting all the Generation 6 games, even though as a generation I wasn't particularly fond of it. Irony. But the only reason I got the other versions was to catch the legendaries from them.
Yeah.
So I just used the XP share to get through them quickly, especially Alpha Sapphire. I just used the XP share to just get straight through that, get straight to Kyogre and Rayquaza and soft reset them and get the good stuff.
Yeah,
I'd already
honestly,
beat Omega Ruby the normal way, so the way I see it is it's fun.
Yeah, honestly, I just use the experience share anyway because I like the games, I like the world experience, I mean the world expansions, I love the creatures, I love them. I just don't particularly care for the same repetitive JRPG gameplay, so it's like, you know, yeah, sure, if I can skip the grinding and get to the part where I actually care about.
Correction, it's possible if you're me. If you're not me, then it's not possible. 3% catch rate, Master Ball, son. Plural. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of planned that in advance, so I never actually used the Master Ball from my one of the games. I kind of kept it, so I could transfer it over to Alpha Sapphire, so I had 2 Master Balls.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think what I actually used those, because I know I soft reset it for Terrakion as well. I'm trying to think. I know one of them has a higher catch rate.
Ooh.
When you get to that part. I think Rayquaza has a higher catch rate in Oras than it does normally.
Why would it have a higher catch rate?
Because you have to fight Deoxys right after it, I think.
Makes sense.
Let me check. Oh, wait, you meant like it's easier to catch it.
Yeah, it's easier to catch. It goes up from like 3 to like
Okay.
45 or something.
I think it will be the case, yeah. Hold on, let me actually check this. Actually, put that new.
So well, at that point, quick balls become a viable option.
Quick balls are great things.
I tend to assume that quick balls are always a viable option and then go from there.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like in terms of soft resetting, quick balls become a viable option because you just go chuck, catch, done.
Ah, right, yeah. They are brilliant quick balls. I'm really glad they exist.
Yes.
They're amazing. They are one of the best. Like whenever I play in game, like as soon as I can get quick balls, I just buy an absolute huge number of them.
Yeah.
So if there's something I want to catch, it's like yeah, chuck, done. Whatever.
Yeah. Speaking of catching things, actually, it makes me. What's occurred to me. I don't know if I've actually mentioned this on stream yet. I might have done so. Stop me if you've heard this before. But for Let's Go and Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, you'll actually feasibly be able to finish the Pokedex again because there will be only 150 critters.
Woo, yeah.
And there are Alola forms.
And there are Alola forms, yeah. But even so, what you're talking...
And transferring things from Go as well.
And one top secret super duper evolution, which is totally not possibly completely 100% an evolution, but it's an evolution.
Yeah, so...
Did they say it was an evolution? I don't remember them saying
No,
it.
they've said it's a
No.
new Pokemon, but we're all assuming it's an evolution because it's an evolution.
Yeah.
It's going to be like Eevee with Super Saiyan blue hair, guaranteed.
Yeah, I don't think we even need to justify why we think that. It's just, we do.
Yeah.
Ultra Instinctian.
Oh, cool, heal balls.
Super Eevee God.
Those will be useful.
Totally.
Oh, spheres.
Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna heal up, and then I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. We'll keep going for a little while.
Yeah, we've got time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Technically, we've still got quite a bit of time, I think.
It's just about to go 11, so we've been on for about like 55 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
11!
Yes. Right, what was I doing? That Swoobat's not in a bad level.
Oh, we do already have a Psychic type, though, is the thing, though.
Yeah, I'm going to use it as a fly slave, I think.
Does it get fly?
Yeah,
I can't remember. I know some bats don't.
I'm not
I
sure,
know-
but if it doesn't, then I'll catch something else.
I know for a fact that, its evolution can? I think it can too, actually. Hold on a moment. Actually, there is a very easy way for me to check this. Hold on a moment. Let me actually load my particular playthrough of, was it White or Black? I can't even remember anymore. It was White.
Okay, so Blitzel would have actually got a decent move at, like, 5 levels. But that's 5 levels of pure agony.
It's 5 levels of experience share later on, I think.
Yeah, probably not really worth it. I'm pretty sure there's better electric types. In fact, I know there's better electric types because Joltik's in this game.
That's true.
Ah, Joltik.
Oh, we will almost definitely be training a Joltik.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I did actually train one in either... I think it was in White. So it's breaking the rule a little bit, but I'm going to bend it because it's Joltik.
It's Joltik.
Yeah, Joltik you're allowed to bend the rules for. I do remember, actually, there was, this was years ago, we had a rather funny moment in chat where this new person turned up named Joltik.
Yes.
And this was back when the servers, obviously, if you had a registered name, it would switch your name to guest and a number.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Joltik got registered because why wouldn't it be registered?
Yep.
You know, so this new person was called Joltik and then the name change happened.
Yeah.
And then they started raging about the fact their name was changed off of Joltik to guest whatever. So then they didn't know how to change their name back to Joltik because they were stupid. So we all just kind of mercilessly mocked this person by changing all of our names to variants of Joltik while this person was left as guest number.
I am pretty sure this is when I started using Nyan Joltik as a name.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
I can confirm you can put fly on Woobat.
Okay, cool.
Let's keep it.
Let's see.
I don't think
Charon's run off is
Open it
worthless. It's
in
boo.
way, but yeah, you can just fly on it for sure.
Okay, that works. Gotta run around in the dark
need to
grass
actually
for a
get-
bit, see what happens.
I need to actually get back to this run. Where did I actually leave off? What is my badge situation in this particular train wreck?
Oh, this
Oh.
Blitzer was trained by Piccolo.
Oh, okay.
And this one actually has
Now-
shockwave, so it's actually usable.
Yeah,
Now I remember where I was in this particular run.
But you should catch that one and name it True Horse.
true horse. Yeah, alright. I'll use the heal ball. There's no other use for them.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you plan on using Blitzel, then I'd catch it. But...
Well, I'll be using a Joltik / Galvantula later, so if I do, it won't be for long.
Yeah, so that's the point. I guess it can be useful temporarily.
Yeah, I guess so.
Horse says no.
Yeah, True Horse does not want to join us.
There we go.
He knows he's just going to be replaced by Joltik later.
Okay, it's going to be True Horse, no ease.
Yeah.
All uppercase again.
Yeah. I remember seeing this picture of, what was it, Gigalith, and it's just absolutely covered in Joltiks.
Aww.
Oh, I've seen
I've
that.
seen
It is
that one.
adorable.
And it's funny because the Joltiks are like absolutely tiny, and obviously Gigalith is huge. And
Yeah.
Gigalith's just got this look on its face like, really?
That's probably from that Joltik Tumblr.
Gigalith.
Probably.
One of many, I assume.
It's not the funniest Pokemon artwork. The funniest Pokemon artwork I've ever actually seen is from this one. I can't remember the artist's name, but they make a lot of art of Raichu, and it's in this really chibified style. It is just the funniest, weirdest art for Pokemon I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Trying to remember because this sounds familiar.
I have posted at least one picture of it. I'm going to see if I can find it now.
They do tend to like ganging up on you in double battles in this game.
I think the AI might be slightly more intelligent towards that kind of thing in this.
I think it might well be, yeah. Ooh, that works.
Ah, I found it. Can I post this in the Twitch chat?
Yes.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay. There, enjoy Raichu art.
I'll have a look at that later, of course. I just switched the wrong Pokemon, that was silly. Oh well, never mind.
I have seen this particular artist, I just can't remember.
I can't remember their name, but I've seen a lot of their work, and it's just very, very funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're hold on. I'm actually really interested to see who is responsible. Because it looks like a Japanese artist that is naturally not getting the credit they deserve because, you know, content thieving.
Oh yeah, they never do. And all these things end up on a lot of those image board things as well, so...
I really, as an artist, I want to punch everyone involved in these.
See, with the image boards, it's like you know nobody's getting credit for it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely obnoxious, really.
They're just yanking things off of like an image search and sticking it on there. Although to be fair, I know some of the image boards are not too bad at that. Like, if there's quite a few works by the same artist, they'll usually tag the artist in there as well as leave a link to the original image.
Yeah.
Which is fine as long as you're linking back to the artist and their work. But I know a lot of them don't. So
I think I've actually wait. Is this the actual person or? Okay, I think I found them. They're a Twitter user whose his name is actually apparently Cafe Raichu.
Oh, okay. I need to follow this person.
I'm not sure it's this. It looks like this. It looks like. Yeah, it is. The thing they always do with Raichu is it's like always a female. It has the stunted tail. So from the looks of it, then this is it. What do you know? We have found one solution to this mystery. Raichu's awesome.
It really is.
It is awesome.
Especially after Generation 6, where it just became like one of the best Pokemon to use in doubles.
Yeah. I was trying to dodge this battle because I knew it was going to be annoying if I didn't, but never mind.
Dodge!
I remember that one time I actually used a Raichu when I was basically subbing in as like an extra in an Uber's doubles, like it was the Uber's one in thing, so I just like, oh whatever. But it couldn't have gone on without an extra player, so I was like, fine, I'll be the extra player, I'm the only one who's got a DS on me.
Yeah.
So, and I used Raichu in one of the battles, which actually performed very well, even in Ubers, which I kind of expected, but you know.
Yeah.
and the guy sat next to me, who I'm pretty sure had no idea what on earth he was doing, he says to me, and I quote, or try to quote because it was a while ago, I don't exactly remember what he said, but basically he said that, why don't you use Jolteon, it is better than Raichu, and I was like, show yourself the door.
Yes, this is not true.
No, in doubles, at least, that is factually 100% inaccurate. Raichu is way better in doubles than Jolteon is.
The big
Like, it's
problem,
not even close.
the big problem with Jolteon is that it will die if you blow on it. It's really, very much a glass cannon, which doesn't help in doubles.
Yeah. With Raichu, on the special side at least, especially with split attacks, it actually survives quite well.
Yeah.
And usually it only needs one turn to ruin your day. By paralysing you.
Yes.
And that did happen when Xerneas used Dazzling Gleam, and it was like, yeah, Raichu's like, yeah, I'm still on like half health, and now you're paralysed. Paralysed Xerneas is useless Xerneas. Even I was surprised at that. I was like, I didn't actually expect it to do that little damage,
Yeah.
considering it's Xerneas.
Yes.
You know, an uber legend, and Raichu's still like, no, it's fine.
Raichu's like, this is fun.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like I've had one battle like where I was against a Mega Salamence, and I just left Raichu in the whole battle, and Mega Salamence just couldn't touch it for various reasons.
Wow. Yeah, that's quite impressive.
Yep.
Well, it basically, I basically Encore locked it into Protect, so it had to switch out. Then when it came back in and used Dragon Dance, I used Wide Guard and paralysed it. Because I had Aegislash out in Blade form, and I was like, I've just massively baited an Earthquake here unintentionally, so I'm just going to use Wide Guard. I mean, Raichu and Aegislash, and he knows that Raichu's not holding a air balloon because it would have said.
Yeah.
I don't think I have to tell you what item Raichu actually did have, it's kind of obvious.
Yes.
Yep.
Want to have a guess?
I would probably be wrong, but Life Orb?
Focus Sash.
Ah, of course.
Oh man.
I might have used Life Orb if it actually had, like, you know, attacks. But
Yeah.
mine didn't.
Yeah, good point.
Well, it had Nuzzle. Extra 30 damage on Nuzzle. 30% damage on Nuzzle, yeah.
You know.
That being said, Nuzzle is a 2-hit knockout on Talonflame.
Yeah.
Just for the record. You know, it's not completely worthless in
I
terms
think
of
that
damage.
says more about Talonflame than it does about Nuzzle, to be honest.
It does, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, Nuzzle's not good for damaging things at all.
No.
But it is kind of important to remember that, yes, it still does damage. And that kind of does matter more than you'd think.
Yeah,
Snake.
because it's not a status move, so it does things like making contact.
Yeah, it's not a stats move, so you can't use Taunt on the set. Even though it's an entirely supportive set, it's got Nuzzle on it, so Taunt doesn't work.
Yeah.
Nuzzle also breaks Focus Sashes with its tiny amount of damage.
Oh yes, good point.
Or if an opponent has been dropped to their Focus Sash with 1 health, then Nuzzle can finish them off, whereas Thunderwave would not be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't really complain about it.
I always feel like Leaf Tornado should do like extra damage to flying types, but it doesn't at all.
Yeah, I think that's asking a bit too much of it.
Oh, it is very much so. But it feels like, well, you know, Tornado, it should hurt the bird, but of course it doesn't because it's a grass type move.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we've got Hurricane, and that does normal damage to birds as well, so...
That's true.
It's even a flying type move, so...
Hurricane's hilarious in this game because this is still, in this generation, there was still the Weather Wars.
Yeah.
So I'd run
When did they bring Hurricane in? I can't remember.
I think it was Gen 5. It was either Gen 4 or Gen 5. It's quite late.
I think it was... yeah, I don't remember it being in Gen 4. I would say Gen 5. And yeah, the Weather
It wasn't
Walls
Gen
were...
4 yet, no. But in
Weather
pretty sure it
Walls
is
were
in
a,
Gen 5.
They were a good time.
Yeah, but the nice thing about Hurricane is it was only 70% accurate most of the time. But in Rain, it was 100% accurate. So I
Yeah.
used to run it on my Dragonite. I took quite a few things by surprise doing that.
Yeah, it really hurts actually. And yeah, it was introduced in Gen 5.
Ah, okay, cool.
I do remember a rather funny moveset where Volcarona would stick Hurricane on it just to troll
Yes.
people trying to put it in the rain.
That was the other one I used it on, yeah.
I was just about to make a reference to that.
Hmm.
I think at some point I went completely and utterly insane and built a team on Showdown that was literally 6 Volcaronas. Each
Is
with
there any
a
reason?
different.
Oh no, it's Sasuke again. What does he want?
He wants to be annoying.
Come with me a sec. I'm not going to tell you where I'm taking you.
I mean, he literally wants to do nothing except give me some berries.
Did he need to take you there to do that?
Apparently. I mean, I was going to go there anyway, so I just did so more slowly.
To be perfectly honest, Generation 5 loves doing that. The Ninja Trio, the bunch of complete bloody knowledge of fanboys, they do that all the time. They just kind of pop up around you. Come with
So,
us.
they says that
And
fighting
kind
types
of
are good.
Move you a few steps forward where you were actually going to go anyway.
Is there anything you can actually get at this point besides Pig Knight?
Actually, yeah. You get Throw or Sulk in the next round.
Oh yeah.
Are you allowed to go to the next round before you fight the gym leader, or?
I think the cave. I think like there's a blocked off part, but you can get to grass. I think or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
can. You just can't walk into the forest, I think. At least.
So it's like Sock is
You
actually
get
pretty good.
Yeah, except Sulk is I don't remember if they're like exclusive.
Oops.
Yeah,
But-
Sock and Throw are exclusives. I just can't remember which version has which one.
Throw
Yeah,
had
right.
White had Throw, as far as I remember.
Ugh.
No wait, hang on a moment. They're not exclusive. They're just there's a different rarity. Hold on, let me just check this out now. Not
Yes, wireless communications. Remember that?
Yes, fondly.
outside Pinwheel Forest. Let's see. No, wait, they are exclusive apparently. Weird.
And which one's in this game?
White gets I think White gets Throw and Black gets Sulk.
That's unfortunate.
His throw not
Yeah.
worth it.
Throw's just not as good. He's alright. He's pretty tanky, but honestly, Conkeldurr kind of does that better.
Yeah, fair.
Ugh.
I might see if I can catch one
Actually,
just for
I
this
think-
gym.
I think you actually can find the stupid veiny clown in this round too. I'm not sure. I'm checking this right now. What was it?
I can't remember what move Scraggy gets, actually, thinking about
Timber.
it, because I think Scraggy would actually be better than Conkeldurr in this one as well.
I think
Scraggy- Yeah, but Scraggy only shows up later.
Yeah,
And
we
it's
can wait.
in, like the around the desert area. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you can find you can find Veiny Clown in the general area of Pinwheel Forest.
Hmm.
So it's either Veiny Clown or Hitmonbird and Hitmonernie.
yeah, that works.
I've seen I've seen like I think it's a ROM hack or something like that of Oras where somebody managed to make give Sock a Mega Evolution, and his colours just changed to Saitama.
That's great.
It's the exact same model. It's just he's got Saitama's colour palette.
Sounds like something they would have done in was it? I think that might have been the really, really weird hack of Sun and Moon.
I
The
wouldn't
one
be
that has
surprised.
Lily everywhere. It was weird.
Oh god, that sounds creepy as hell. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Lily's a decent character, but I wouldn't want to see her everywhere.
Yeah, they kind of. I'm not even sure what hell. Oh wait. No wait, it was a from hack of Ruby and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Oras.
Focus.
I think everyone just calls them Oras, to be honest. Okay.
Yeah, I'll call him Oras now as well.
Right. Let's go run off to the next route and see what we can find. Apart from more battles.
Yeah, see, Katie knows. She knows about Sock and its amazing powers. He's good at punching things, kicking them.
Oh, yay, Rock Smash. That's actually potentially quite useful.
I can't. How does Conkeldurr actually evolve? Because it would be kind of lame if it evolved by trade.
Oh,
If I fight this nurse, she'll heal me Pokemon afterwards, so it's worth doing early.
Yeah, kick her ass.
Yes.
Well,
I like how she heals your Pokemon, but not her own.
Yes.
looks like in the particular.
Well, maybe she does.
pack,
Well,
they
yeah, I'm
actually
not
put, Scrappy on the thing.
Oh, it's Muna versus Muna. Muna versus...
We're having a yawn off.
Oh god, this is gonna be terrible.
It's alright, I'm just gonna switch out first.
It's probably gonna yawn you again.
Probably, but I could just switch back to Munna in that case.
True.
Yeah, using Imprison is possibly annoying as well, but probably should be fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's any moves that it has that Gilgamesh learns.
No, but Munna is possible. That is super effective and yet totally useless.
Well, Lick has been useless for years, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, remember back in Gen 1 when it was the only actual ghost type move that could actually do super effective damage?
Yeah, that was not great.
No, it wasn't, especially considering it was also bugged so that it didn't actually work against psychic types.
Yes.
I mean, not that it mattered really, but still. It's like, you lied to me.
Yeah, they actually, yeah, they really.
So yeah, use ghost types against psychic types, they're really strong, and then you realise, oh wait, no they're not.
Yep.
Yeah, they actually
The
messed
opposite
up
is
the,
true.
yeah, they messed up the coding. I think there was someone that mentioned in the game that psychic types only fear ghosts and bugs. And they just really.
Yeah, and a lot of the bug types, what other type do they have? Poison. Oh god.
Most, and that's the thing, there weren't any actual useful bug moves, like, at all. You had
Yeah,
Pin Missile. That's it. And Twin Needle, but who in their right mind would have used the
Well, you have to use Beedrill. And the thing is, your Pin Missile is like the only thing that learns it that isn't weak to Psychic is Jolteon, and yeah, you can imagine the amount of damage that will do.
Sandshrew and Sandslash.
Yeah, I suppose that is, yeah. Well, they're slow as hell as well.
Yeah, it's kind of a
And
problem.
their special stats were horrible, so it's just like, yeah, Psychic, you die anyway.
Except that Bug is a physical type.
Yeah, I mean, the damage will probably be alright, it's just the fact that they're slow and will probably just die to Psychic before they can do anything.
Pretty much, yeah. I forgot for a second that special was also defense in Gen 1.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Hey, look, speaking of throw, here he is.
Yep.
Hitmon early!
I mean, to be fair, he's probably not too bad in battle, like to use. I mean, he's got good defenses.
I'll use him for this gym battle, I think.
Yeah, well, and Seismic Toss isn't a bad move.
Yeah? Am I going to kill him immediately if I use Psybeam? Yes, I am, aren't I?
Yeah, most likely, so I wouldn't chance it. I mean, his defenses are good, but I don't think they're that good.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, you are level 15 and so is it, so...
I mean, he might be able to stand it, but...
Let's not take the chance, I think.
I don't think I've ever actually attempted to use any of the things. They're just not my type of Pokemon. And
I've never used one before.
And I have to admit, I
That
still...
did nothing.
I'm still
Yeah,
trying to
his
figure out
defenses are
what
pretty
on
high.
earth is up with their anatomy. It's just...
Yeah, okay.
Where did he get the key from? That's what I want to know.
They're like fused to them?
Is he like actually part of his body? Wow, that's not doing any damage at all.
Yeah, that's...
Seriously, is it a part of their body, or are they just kind of...
Or did they make it? That's what I'm thinking. Did they like fashion it for themselves?
Yeah, I mean, it is possible, except what on earth did they weave it out of?
I mean, you could ask the
well-
same question about, oh no, I've forgotten its name.
I don't know, maybe he just beat up, killed and skinned some wild Pokemon and then turned it into a Gi.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think this. If you can catch this guy, I think he's a keeper. He's just tanking these moves like.
Yeah, he might well have a defensive nature, which should be useful for this guy.
Oh yeah.
Let's try this.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
One thing I do miss is the Sun and Moon added the ability to.
Oh God, why have you got like no Pokeballs? I just noticed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some after this because I've forgotten to.
Yeah, he might be quite hard to catch with just 3 Pokeballs.
If this one doesn't hit, then I'm gonna put it to sleep again.
I'd put it to sleep anyway, personally.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to hurt it at this point because it's using Bide again.
Oh well. I mean, to be fair, like, Bide is probably not the most useful thing for it to have anyway because it just doesn't take damage.
Yeah.
So I released all my energy because you hit me twice and did like 2 damage. You take 4 damage. Whoa. But how does Seismic Toss miss?
Don't know. I didn't even think it could, but it's one of these 100% accuracy, so it's like it still can miss, but is rare.
It shouldn't miss like at all technically if it's.
Yeah, but there's a difference between 100% accuracy and doesn't miss, isn't there?
There is.
In Gen 1 there is, but that's because of a bug.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Apparently there's
To
something
be
going on
perfectly
here.
honest, there is a difference. The
That's
difference is that, you know...
it's actually specifically referred to as the Gen 1 miss for that reason.
Isn't this still the case that it 100% accuracy means it's still basically it's still affected by accuracy and evasion?
Yeah, it's affected by accuracy,
exactly.
but if with no modifications, it will hit 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What are we calling this, by the way?
We never really thought about that, did we?
Oh, apart from John Cena.
John Cena will do perfectly fine. In fact, I approve of that name.
That also needs to be in all caps, apparently.
Oh, does
Yeah,
it?
John Cena needs to be in all caps. It needs to have exclamation marks as well.
Okay.
Preferably several exclamation marks.
I only have space for one, apparently.
No, that's fine. Just have one. As long as you've got an exclamation mark.
That'll do. Okay, I'm gonna go back and get that and then train it.
Sometimes
John Cena is now part of the team.
Yes.
I've actually once named an Incineroar John Cena Roar.
I like that.
It
Right.
doesn't matter what you think.
So now we have 3 fairly strong Pokemon.
Yeah, it's not that hard to get a moderately decent team in Black and White, which is quite nice.
It isn't. I mean, I think Sock is... Well, Throw, I should say, not Sock. Sock would be nice.
John Cena.
John Cena should be able to beat the gym.
Probably. The
Fairly,
only,
like-
the only big issue with Lenora was, I'm pretty sure that's her, annoying...
He's got Lonely Nature. That drops his defense.
Oh, really?
I think it does, yeah. It drops his physical defense, increases his physical attack. It's not too bad.
Okay, that's not going to be too bad for in-game.
Yeah, and to be fair, he was still just, like, tanking everything like a beast anyway, so...
Yeah,
I think
let's have a look.
I think it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you're right. Drops defense, raises attack.
What moves does he have?
Leer, Bide, Focus Energy, and Seismic Toss. So
You could probably stick Rock Smash on him, actually.
I think I will. Yeah, I'll replace Focus Energy or Leer or something.
I would get rid of... I'll probably get rid of Bide, actually, just for the fact that he's probably not going to be taking that much damage anyway. Actually, no, don't get rid of Bide, get rid of Leer. Just thought, because Rock Smash drops defense anyway.
Leer is absolutely pointless in any way.
Well, it's going to be redundant by Rock Smash, because Rock Smash drops defense and does damage, whereas Leer just drops defense, so...
Actually, one thing this is just kind of a really random side note, but in one of my early runs through Generation 5, I decided that I am going to have a... I forgot what the thing was called again. B-Sharp's pre-evolution? Ponyard, right. I figured I'm going to have a Ponyard and put it in my team early on, because, you know, otherwise you'll never get the chance to actually train it, because it's so stupidly late game. Yeah, there's a reason why it's so late game. When everything and its dog has attacks at lower stats, and Defiant exists. Oh yeah, there's another thing to remember. This nurse over there,
Yeah.
When you beat her once, you can actually talk to her, and she heals your entire.
Yeah, I did that earlier.
Oh, right.
I actually fought her immediately and said that's why I did it. That's all right.
And this is what happens when I'm not paying attention. Obviously.
It's all right.
I think you briefly missed it because the throw battle kind of took up like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. Right, let's.
Yeah, get rid of Leia. Get rid of Leia, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore. This throw does not like Shakespeare. Right.
No, of course it doesn't. He's John Cena. So we're gonna use John Cena against the children.
Yes.
Sounds like overkill.
That seems completely fair to me.
Well, let's see them try to damage. Speaking of Shakespeare, here's Juliet.
Oh, speaking of Shakespeare, remember what I forgot to buy? I'll go back.
Oh, spheres. Hang on.
Oh, that works.
Oh, okay. It's a it's
Oh
a trading
wow, that
model.
did.
For a second, I was like, "Hang on a second. How is there a company in?"
Jesus. Okay, this John Cena is actually very strong already.
Yes.
John Cena's he's just taking no damage, and
Yeah, basically just mopping up anything that gets thrown at it.
yeah, I think John Cena is a worthwhile investment.
I think so. Which, as is to be expected of John Cena.
Of course, he is the champ.
He is. Crikey, yeah.
Oh god, Petty Lil.
I trained one of these.
Petty Lil has a particular problem, and that's the fact that, I mean,
Well, Lilligan was a magical girl before Sylvian was.
the problem with Petty Lil is the way it operates is just a little bit questionable. I mean, it just goes around putting things to sleep and then sucks the life out of them.
Oh, we all do that. That's like I do that every Thursday night.
But yeah, basically, I mean, I kind of like Lilligant as a concept, but in practice, it just has zero moveset diversity, like, at all. Okay, now it's a bit better now, but when it was introduced, it just got
it was
grass moves and nothing but, like, literally nothing.
It was Leaf Storm, and that was it.
The only thing it had going for it was the fact that for some unholy reason it gets Quiver Dance. It's the only Pokemon that is not a... Okay, not anymore too, because they gave it a Pheromosa for some reason, but basically it's... Quiver Dance's Japanese name is Butterfly Dance, and it was very much restricted to only Butterfly and Moth Pokemon, except Lilligant that gets it for no absolute good reason.
Makes sense. Well, it doesn't make sense, but I think it sort of makes sense insofar as you can kind of picture it doing a dance and then having, Snow White having butterflies appearing and floating around it. But apart from that,
Oh, look, a butterfly.
yes. I'm basically going all
It
Noah's
was very
Ark on this
much-
Mars. 2 of everything. And then I'm going to make them wait. This is a family stream.
I'm shaking my head.
Good. Right, what else do they sell here? Oh,
Now you have no money.
yeah, I'm about to go and bully some more children. I'll be fine.
That's pretty much what it is, isn't it?
Yes, I'm
Going around beating children up and stealing their lunch money.
Yeah.
Is this capitalism or something?
Yes. Pokemon is basically the capitalism simulator.
Oh,
Complete with random eugenics for no good reason.
And dogfighting.
And dogfighting. Sometimes involving literal dogs.
And
it's a lot
sometimes
of times, actually.
and sometimes involving basically humans.
Yeah. Maybe you've got John Cena on the go.
Yeah, speaking of which, his name is John Cena.
Yes.
It's John Cena versus The Rock.
The Rock.
Right now.
Sorry, my brain was slow there, and I only just got that.
I actually really like Gigalith, and I don't really get a chance to use it much because stupid trade evolution nonsense.
It's sturdy and great, isn't it? Yes, I just punched it twice and it died.
Yep. You should be Homer.
Homer. No!
They should have had him say that, like, translation team, come on, you missed a...
They're normally pretty good for that sort of thing.
You missed a gently
Well,
caressing opportunity.
They actually were, like, Generation 4 is just absolutely up to its arm in memes. And this is because they actually had a bunch of memers running the translation. Generation 5 is actually the first time in which they've switched the translation from whatever team that was running it since like Generation 1 to a whole new team, which was like a built-in
See, I kind of like
in-house TPCI team.
Yeah, I kind of
Which
like
kind of explains a lot of things, like some of the really stupid names that happened in this generation. Deerling, Ducklet.
Maybe they were trying to harken back to Gen 1's stupid names.
Oh yeah. I
To
mean,
be fair,
yeah.
This does harken back to Gen 1 in quite a few ways.
It does, yeah. Which is entirely deliberate. Basically, it's one of those things where the next 2 generations basically spend half their time doing the same thing. It doesn't work quite so well as we'd like.
It kind of, well, yeah, I mean, I suppose the thing with this is it kind of did it its own unique way. It's like, yeah, you've got another 150 Pokemon, but they're all brand new.
Yeah. By the way, this kid's Batman.
Is it?
Brave and bold. Oh, Timple.
Imakuni in Pokemon 4.
Now John Cena's going to punch it in the face.
Yes.
Those
Rocks.
things always really bothered me for some reason. Maybe it's the Imakuni face, maybe it's the Pipitoad. But actually that's one thing that I just kind of have this really terrifying mental image of. Because, you know how Toad has these warts all over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's based on that particular type of frog that basically raises its larvae in its skin.
Oh, okay.
So just imagine
pretty awesome.
all these, so just imagine all these warts exploding into Timple faces for a second.
It's pretty awesome, actually. I
Now
like that.
stop imagining it.
That's really metal, I like that.
It's like you battle it and it just summons minions.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Do
could
not
make
want.
a really... Yeah, I know. It's just tryptophobia warning, basically. Is it phobia? Whatever, I can't even remember.
Something like that.
Wardcliff phobia, that's what it's called now as of Destiny 2.
Honestly, just picturing... I can't picture this sort of thing in anything but the most Resident Evil-ish of styles. So yeah.
I still like the idea. I think it's a good idea that he could summon minions.
Yeah, it seems useful.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. It's like you know, he's there and he just like, yeah. I'm just gonna
Counterpoints,
make-
last time
bang.
Pokemon tried to do summoning minions, we got SOS battles. Let's not go there.
Yeah, true.
Well, fair.
Well, that'd be quite funny if, like in Gen 6, like with the what's it, the Horde battles, like Seismitoad just turns up and he just pops out 4 Timpoles.
Here we explore some true facts about the Froge.
Oh, I could presumably catch one now. Can I be bothered? Eh. Maybe next time.
Timples.
For now, he's gonna get punched by John Cena.
Oh no, it's the Frog Police! I think, oh god, the best thing is that it was using ground when the siren was going on, so it's like... I'm just picturing the frog just kind of...
He's the Frog Police.
It's the Frog Police.
Okay, John Cena is just punching itself repeatedly now.
Stop hitting yourself.
John Cena's clearly decided that it's wow. John Cena does actually does a lot of damage to himself.
Yeah. This is
John Cena is John Cena.
yeah, basically a bit of a Chuck Norris thing going on here. Let's see.
Good grief. If this one gets confused, it gets confused.
Yep.
You're actually trying to catch it? Which is...
I'm gonna catch it, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering why you don't just whack it in the face with the snake. Actually,
I
might have not... Actually, another thing for the trainer card, the snake evolved.
Oh right, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I'll fix that in a bit.
I mean, it is Lord Smugleaf, so it doesn't really matter. It is forever a Smugleaf, even when it is not a Smugleaf.
Am I gonna kill this if I hit it with Psybeam? I think I probably will.
You probably will.
Probably won't.
You can
It's a
try.
siren again.
Ah, whoops. Oh well.
This thing looks hilarious when it's asleep.
I know. It looks like something out of Undertale.
It kind of does,
It
yes.
already does look like something out of Undertale, to be fair.
Anyway, I would ask for names for this, but I already know what I'm going to call it.
I'll let you have your idea then. I'm sure I will approve.
Oops.
Yep.
Call the police.
I figured that might work.
Gog, naturally, it's going to, I'm just picturing this thing, like, drawn right now with one of its, earmuffs being blue and one of its earmuffs being red, which kind of randomly.
Yeah, imagine if I were to evolve it into Seismitoad and its warts are all sirens.
Yes. Probably one of those really stupid, tall hats that the,
John Cena never runs away from a fight.
It does
like
that.
the traditional, you know, the traditional British constable hats. Just picture those on its head.
Oh yeah, I can't
What's all
go.
this then?
I was wondering what the artificial gate would be here. It's Team Plasma.
Of course it is Team Plasma.
Because obviously I've not, mown through about 6 or 7 of them already, so I couldn't just like turn up and just punch them in the face with John Cena and make them go away.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We
John
are Team
Cena,
Plasma here for no
practice
reason.
John Cena could just mow
They
through
will
the
be
entire
good for no
group.
reason.
Bowling
I-
ball.
okay, let's go and try one of the gym trainers, and I think we're probably gonna switch off after that because
Yeah.
we're
John Cena.
technically speaking we've just overrun by 40 minutes, but there you go.
We
Oh.
tend to do that.
On a school night.
I know, right?
Alright. I just run into the Bishy for no reason.
I get to be contrary to the Bishy as well.
I can't sing the future. What do you take me for? A psychic? No, that's just a pink thing. Oh dear. A pigeon. Surely there is no deadlier piece of wildlife in residential zone England.
Well, not to your car. So I like how it's just had a super effective move from a Pokemon 2 levels lower than me and just sort of... There's 2 or 3, sorry. Either way, relatively close and it's just like...
Yeah, the hilarious
Yeah,
thing
it's
is that
super
you're-
effective, alright.
Right, okay.
Ooh, Vital Throw.
That kind of works for this, actually. I might replace... I'm going to keep Seismic Toss for now, I think. Just because if I keep it for long enough, it'll actually become useful.
Yeah, focus energy is kind of pointless. So yeah,
A
now
Boyd's
you've got-
still going to have some sort of use, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, Vital Throw is stronger, but it always goes last.
I think it never misses too.
Yeah, it never misses, but it's always.
Unless you hurt yourself in your confusion.
Yeah, because John Cena's
Ah.
very confused.
Yeah.
Grief, man.
And as we know, the only threat to John Cena is John Cena.
Yeah,
Oh.
only John Cena.
Well, that works.
Is that right?
Oh snap!
The fun thing about this is throw is so slow that Timpole outspeeds me anyway, so there's no particular downside to using Vital Throw. Yeah.
No, there isn't.
And there's the front police again. This time on a supersonic.
Oh, cool. Timber. I have.
Aren't you still confused?
I think it snapped out of me confusion a bit ago.
No, it
You're confused
got it
again.
hit again.
Not that it matters because Moon is just going to absolutely destroy Timber.
Yeah.
These things always just really bother me.
There we go.
Clones.
I mean, they're obviously like the counterparts to Machamp.
Yeah, except Machamp was actually kind of nifty. I mean, the beak thing was always really weird because the rest of the line doesn't have it. But I'm okay with them being the weird Goro monstrosities. Conkeldurr is just kind of also, with all due respect, Steel Beams are probably more painful to get hit by than slabs of concrete. But you know,
There's a jet fuel joke in there somewhere.
somewhere, yeah.
I just don't think I want to find it.
Same.
Okay.
Think goal-centric then.
Probably leave the game there for now. But
Yeah, seems fair.
yeah, that was fun. So next time, at the very least, we'll be able to jump straight into the gym. And presumably John Cena will just totally flatten it, which will be fun.
He probably will. I mean, he's John Cena. We've only seen one beat him.
You just need to watch out from being. You need to watch out not to be sent to sleep by stupid bright yellow wearing rats.
Basically, the only thing I need to worry about is confusion and scissors.
Yeah.
Ah. Yep. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I normally I'd have something more witty to say, but I'm kind of tired today, so there we are. Alright then, I think we shall leave it there. I think we shall be back next week. Same time, same channel. Yeah. We still don't... I don't think we know what we're doing for the Soul Silver stream yet, so stay subscribed to Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and our website, PokeCharms.com, and we'll let you know as soon as we do. Aside from that, I've been Teapot, and I've been joined by...
Uh-oh. Me! Prop Cinders.
Go on. And silence.
And silence.
That's you.
Teapot has been joined by the silence.
Oh, is it? Those were some terrible episodes.
I know, right?
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, basically I'm just going to make this quick. The man, the myth, the Pingus, KOL, a resident pigeon, who may or may not be a sheepduck, Professor Cinders, Fire, and one biomechanical abomination with issues, Stella Wendell-Sidian.
Yes. We have been PokeCharms. Thank you very, very much for watching, and we will see you next
technically
time.
we're still PokeCharms, but we're not on anymore.
We were live, and now we're not. See you later, guys.